Hello, my name is Cynthia Woodring. I teach Hatha Yoga at Studio 206 in Charlottesville, Virginia. I teach an alignment-based style, and I'm influenced by the Iyengar and Anusara methods, as well as the Pilates method. Some of my most memorable teachers have been Eric Schiffman, Sarah Powers, Sandra Pleasance, and Doug Keller and Desiree Rumbau. I'll be teaching today the Moon Salutation in two variations. And I guess my experience of the Moon Salutation is that it brings a kind of calm and quiet to my mind. It opens the hips and brings me a kind of grounded, centered feeling, as well as bringing me into a state of awareness of both my inner beauty and inner strength. This first variation is a little modified, so it's easier for folks that might have some knee challenges. We'll begin in Tadasana. Spread the toes and then bring the hands together at the heart. Stretch through the legs, and then inhaling, bring the arms overhead. And as they come overhead, bring the hands together, interlace all but the index fingers. Stretch the index fingers up, lengthen out of the pelvis, and then gently side bend to your right. Inhale up, and side bend to your left. Inhale up, and then opening the arms, step the feet apart, turning the feet out slightly, bending the knees for goddess pose. The knees open away from the midline. Elbows kind of lift up. The shoulder blades are moving into your back. Chest opening. Lift the inner arches. And then extend the legs, extend the arms, and turn into your triangle pose to your right. Angling out through your left heel, turning out through your right leg. And then moving into the pose, stretching down. Take a hold of the leg. You can hold the ankle, shin, or thigh. And if your neck is comfortable with it, you can turn and look up beyond your raised arm. And then kind of backstroke the up arm and turn into a runner's lunge where the back knee is lifted away from the ground. From your lunge position, walk the hands in front of the legs and turn into Prasarita Padottanasana. And so here I'm kind of adjusting my feet to make sure that they're in a parallel relationship to each other, lifting my inner arches up on my fingertips. Now, if it's tricky for you to get your hands to the ground here, you can use a couple of blocks or other props, books, even a couple of pillows or firm blankets can work. And then moving out of Prasarita Padottanasana to the second side. So kind of walk with your hands over and turn your feet so that you return to your lunge again. Again, with the back knee lifted. Here I've got a relationship of my bending knee directly over my ankle. From the lunge, I move back through triangle pose from the ground. So you can keep your hands on the ground till you feel stable, and then begin to make your way up out of the legs, into the hips, ribs, chest, and maybe again turning the head to look up beyond your arm. From here, opening back up into the goddess pose, you have to shift your feet back. So take your time to get the feet in a placement that allows you to track your knees over the middle toes. Lift the elbows up, heart up, and bend the knees deeply. Remember to track the knees away from the midline, and then again, opening the arms, and then stepping the feet together, we return to this temple position. Levelize the skull, and side bend again to your right. And again, to the left. And lifting up. And returning back. Hands together at the heart. So try it with me on the second side. Inhaling the arms up. And side bend to the left this time. Inhale up. Side bend to the right. Inhale up. Step the feet. Exhale deeply as you go into your goddess pose. Opening into triangle pose to your left again. From triangle pose into the lunge position. I call it the runner's lunge or the high lunge because the knee is off the ground. Remember this knee to ankle relationship. Then turn back into your wide leg forward fold prasarita, padottanasana. And here I'm really just trying to kind of get stable again, stable in my shoulders, strong through the legs and feet. There's a sense that I'm lifting from inner arch to inner groin here, as well as stretching from the outer hip to the outside of the foot. And then I'm tracking back over to the second side, lunge. Spin the back foot, get ready for triangle. Take your time here. And then it's like you're a flower coming up from the ground into your bloom. Opening back, shift your feet once more. Take your goddess pose. And then stepping the feet together. Once more, side bend to your left. And lift. Side bend to your right. And lift. And then a big circle of the arms till the hands meet at the heart. So that's the first variation. And you can do it several more times if you want. Sometimes I practice a Sun Salutation, a Moon Salutation, back and forth. I feel like that gives me a really balanced practice. And the Moon Salutation is also a nice one to practice at the end of the day or even before you go to bed at night. Now this variation adds a little sideways front-facing lunge. Feel free to do the first variation if you're not quite up to this side lunge. Again, the hands together at the heart, beginning in the same way. Inhale the arms up. Temple position. Side bend to your right. Sometimes called half moon pose. Inhale up. Side bend to your left. Inhale up. Again, step wide apart, but be careful not to turn your feet out too much. Track those knees over the middle toes. It's abduction, opening those knees. And then again, we track into the triangle pose, shifting our feet, spiraling out through the leg. It's kind of like a whirlpool running up the leg, all the way to the groin, as I endeavor to turn that right knee towards the right wall. And then again, coming back through my high lunge position. Notice I'm adjusting the foot so it ends up under the knee. Turning back, hands in front. Here comes the side lunge. Watch what's going on with my feet. I'm going to actually drag my left foot in, get on the heel, be on the ball of my right foot, using my hands for balance. And my elbow to gently open this knee. And then like a hermit crab to the second side. And again, try to get all the way over till you're on the ball of your foot. And you're balancing on that opposite heel. Turning into the lunge, you may need to adjust that front foot again. Coming up by way of the triangle. Full bloom. all the way up into goddess pose. And then you step and you step and side bend. Lift, left side, and lift, and a big circle returns you back to the heart. All right, we'll do it once more on the second side. Inhale, exhale. Take another inhalation. Take some time to really make sure you're establishing some deep breathing here. Exhale on your left side bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, step, step, goddess pose. Triangle, turning triangle. Keep strong through your back leg, kind of drive that back leg back. And turn to your lunge position. Front turn, hands, feet, elbow against the inner knee. Second side, drag the heel in. If you find that you're still on your heel, keep going until you're on the ball of the foot on that right side. Back to your high lunge. Returning, triangle pose. Up you go. Goddess pose. Step the feet together. Side bend again. Left and up. All right. If your ankles, your inner ankles are kind of knocking together, keep a gentle lift to the inner arches. And return back to the heart. Thank you for helping to build the bridge with ihanuman.com. Namaste.